Hello everyone! Thank you for tuning into my channel. I've brought you girls along with me as I got my hair done with Jaded Tresses. I'm going to show you every single thing from the very beginning to the very last step. I hope you enjoy. Alright, I'm here at the salon and I'm about to get my hair done. I don't know exactly what we're going to do just yet, but I know that I need some hair curl or something.
So you're maintaining your, pretty much your...
Yeah. I definitely want to take it down because it's grown a little bit. I got it cut 4 weeks ago. Okay. So it's grown a lot. Yeah. It wasn't like completely shaved, but I know like the areas closest to my my edges, those were like shaved, and now they're not anymore. I don't want to do anything to the top because eventually I want it to be able to like come over, like real crazy. Very nice. Yes, like real dramatic.
So what we're gonna definitely do is taper you, take you back to where you pretty much were at 4 weeks ago, clean it up, definitely maintain the length so that you have that visual of growing out a lot longer in the front. What we're also going to do is give you a custom blended steam conditioning treatment for your scalp and hair. We're also going to do the wash and go. I'm going to be using the Curl Prep product line on you to make sure it's all nice and buttery, nice and soft, and then we'll just pretty much go over any Q&As that you may have for your little loveys.
I still have some breakage. The reason why I got my hair cut, of course, because I had a lot of breakage from protective styles with extensions. It's just, I was feeling really bad about my hair. Like I would hate like taking it down because my twist outs were so thin and it was just jacked up. So I was like, let's just cut it, let's do something new and fresh. But I noticed that when I'm twisting it, like in the crown area, there's like hair like that's this short really all over, so it's still kind of thin over there. And I have like an area in the front where there's like a little 1-inch curl going on. I breakage right there. So you'll see some of that.
And have you been doing any of your protein treatments to help minimize?
I bought the organic stimulator hair mayonnaise because it's a milder, like deep conditioning protein treatment. So I've been using that every 2 weeks. And outside of that, I haven't done anything else. I do have a steamer, but I just get too lazy to use it. But I do have one. I actually have two. I have like
the mass protein. Is it this the week that you should be doing it, or did you
yes, this would be the week that I would be doing it.
So then we're gonna actually do the double step process. So this one will definitely give you some moisture, and I'm gonna take it back old school with the FG up on that.
That's
cool. So this way you're gonna be on.
I actually never used it on myself, so that's
really
cool.
It's actually the most consistent. Is very old school though, and it's like you gotta make sure someone else applies it. It's a little drippy, but it's definitely worth doing it so you know that you definitely got that sure shot of protein. And from there you should be good with just moisturizing weekly.
And when you use the ApHogee, what is it actually doing to your hair if that you are benefiting from?
Well, basically it basically restores the protein that you need to interlock the curl a little bit better, so it gives you the strength. So a lot of people do tend to think that the product is drying the hair out because it is protein, and it is made to literally harden. So when you're sitting under the dryer, you get this brick hard kind of shell, like my clients call it, a shell going on. But that's all of it, the protein's going into the hair because our hair is like a corkscrew to fill it in, give it that strength. So there is no more breakage. It kind of stops that from happening any further, but it's very important that once it's rinsed out, because it is done on washed hair, that you do deep conditioning it with something moisturizing, more of a slip feel. So I think a lot of people tend to not do that step, and they get a little turned away from the protein, thinking that they're allergic or it broke their hair. When it actually did, your goal is to feel strength. You want to
so that is part of the protein treatment, that hard feeling. It doesn't mean you're protein sensitive or anything like that.
It's very common that we always say that, but we cannot be protein sensitive since the hair is actually made of it.
Okay, you're actually not the first person that I heard say you cannot be protein sensitive.
There's no way. Our nails, our hair, it's common that this is what we produce. The only thing is, because of the environment and the daily, abuse that we do with products and manipulation of all kind of tools that we use on our hair, we break that protein down.
Yes.
So these things are outside agents that can tend to give us what we need, but the steps that we got to take is like, okay, should it feel like this?
Yes.
This is a little hard.
And we're not used to that, so we get scared.
At all. So we're looking for salt, we're looking for moisture, but remember that protein treatments are there to repair, to give you back that strength, to stop and, stop the process of breaking or anything from there on. It will be more of a hard feeling on someone with coarser hair like you. Your individual curls, your strands are coarse. So you're going to use it and need it for those particular areas, obviously. So you will feel a little bit more stronger than the average person who has the same looking type of curl but has extremely fine hair. So the finer hair, they can actually do it a little bit more often, whereas you would do it as you do every 2 weeks. And after a while, you'll end up doing it every 30 days just to kind of maintain it so your hair doesn't go out of shop. Okay, but moisture is always the follow-up. Usually this particular one, after G, something you can find in local beauty supply stores, very old school, very reliable, comes with a shampoo, comes with the conditioner. I get back to you, have you ever thought about color?
Yes,
of course.
I've been scared.
Good question.
I've been scared about color, and I think the part of me that's been scared is because I just feel like most of the people who I either know via virtually or in person who have colored, they always talk about how much more management you have to add because now your hair is drier due to the color. And if you don't give it that additional time, you end up with the breakage. And that I also know some people who have gotten their hair colored professionally and suffered chemical damage, and now their texture is completely different. So it's like all of those things make me afraid of color. And then I really like how my hair is just so black. I've actually had like blondish and brownish and also red different color extensions. And I just didn't feel like it complimented me so much. So I thought, well, maybe if I did like a highlight or something so it's not all over, but I'm still afraid of the damage or I don't know.
Well, first, because you do have some damage from the protective styling, you want to get that out the way. Obviously, get the hair to a healthier state. And those are something that you are a candidate for, but rather than going too red and too warm because your skin is already that tone, or too blonde, and that just doesn't always fall well with a lot of people in their skin tones. You could always do what, instead of a highlight, like a low light. Okay, so what it is like just a shade or two lighter, just a bump, sometimes just a half to a shade lighter than your natural tone, and you can do it in a highlighting form. You do not do it where you need to see it at all around your hairline, so this way the maintenance is minimal. And then you just put it in, so it gives you a little bit of dimension throughout your tresses. So those video footages that you're doing, certain photos that they capture you, and you can actually see every single curl, even in your wash and go. So that's what those things are designed for. But because it's just a bump of your natural tone, almost like what you would get if you were in the sun 24/7, going to the islands. So it kind of gives you a little warm look throughout. But again, we focus on healthy hair first, which is very important.
So do you think that someone who, with my hair, with the damage that I currently have, would I be a candidate of doing that like now, or would that be something you say in a little while, like maybe a couple months? Or
definitely in a little while. I would say just making sure that the damage is stimulated to grow out a little bit more, that there is nothing that's going to further recede down the strands of your hair. Once it gets to a certain length, like say springtime of next year, I think that may be a good time for you because you're moisturized, you're strong, with your protein, your abigenin can withstand something like a chemical. You don't have to use, again, harsh chemicals to achieve the look, but usually when you go to other stylists and they see such dark hair, the first thing they want to do is strip it, lighten it, and then they want to tone you back down, and that's not necessarily at all, especially if you have no color or anything like that already on your hair. So those are things that you would, take your steps into. And for anyone who does have color, say they hennaed too much, or they did all kinds of glazes and rinses that were natural on their hair, and they're looking for a little bit of a lighter look, it's not something you jump right into. You take it in stages, definitely.
Well, my hair is virgin, with no color, no nothing, no chemical, no nothing.
So that's good. So it's like the perfect canvas for anything right now. Cut the colors or whatever. But first off, definitely as me as a stylist, I will not do any any color or any type of chemical, even if it's a tint or toner or whatever on your hair, if the hair is not conditioned, because if it's not conditioned, it absorbs everything totally different than the way it actually should.
All right.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you into a robe so that you're nice and comfortable. We're gonna take you to the back and get you shampooed.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, I do cut on wet hair, so freaky. But yes, that's good to know.
Everything about my experience was 100% wonderful. The shampoo was very gentle and the conditioning was amazing. I got the most stimulating scalp massage ever. What an interesting experience it was to have this protein treatment. When my hair was all dry, it was like rock solid. It was so weird. My experience with Tameeka, aka Jaded Tresses, the curl whisperer, was stellar. I love my new cut. I love my new shape. It's really cute. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you all a 25% discount. If you visit Jaded Tresses and you let her know that you want to be jaded like Jenell, you'll be able to get a 25% off discount. That's it. So check the description box for details on how to get in touch with Tameeka. She's located in the New York, New Jersey area. And don't forget, if you want to save 25%, you have to let her know that you want to be jaded like Jenell. his clothing. He was dressed really down. I would say kind of busted, depending on who's asking. But